Hi, good morning. I hope you all had a great weekend. Today is the 9th of May, Monday morning. We had some big moves last week, up and down, and after big moves, you always get your consolidation. So we gotta sit back and look, watch the market, but don't try to do trades too quickly and let the market just reset itself first. But we'll keep watching the market and the currencies. I made a video again of some pairs I'm watching. It's not all the pairs I'm watching, but just to give you some indication of what we're looking at and how I look at the market. So as always, I hope you enjoy the video. Right at the end of this video, I have got some levels on the Euro US dollar and Pound US dollar. Those levels I wanted to put as horizontal lines on your chart, and when the market gets to those levels, just watch what it does. It normally will turn around there or stop at those levels. So just put them on a chart and you'll see what happens at those levels. Thanks. Alright, let's start with Euro US dollar. This is a weekly chart I've got on here. So what I want to look at is that the fact, sorry, my pen here. On the weekly, we've made a nice bearish engulfing candle on the weekly, but look where we stopped. There was big resistance there in the past, a couple of places, and this is on a weekly. So now it's acting as support. So the euro might as well start making one big bullish candle again, but we might start going up from here. The investors are still long, they still want to get to 1.5 and even higher. So that type of thing could easily happen. On the other side, we could pop through here and then start moving further down, and by the time we get to a trend line, then from there only find a bounce. So basically what it means is that although this is a weekly, we can't really just long it from here, and we can't just really short it from there. So that's why the best is to wait, let the market reset, we zoom in on the 4 hour and see which way we're going. If it closes below the 4314 level, let's call it 43 level, then we can short it further down, and if we create diversions or something to go long, then we can look at going long again. But all the majors basically look the same. So that's a weekly. Let's just zoom into a daily quick. Alright, here on the daily you can see that we made two big bearish candles last week. We had big moves, commodities that sold off, so the currencies followed. We still got this trend line here, and the euro can easily bounce from here, the same as it also touched that support, and that's why I said it could easily move up from here, and we just have to wait and see what direction it wants to take. So that's on a daily. So have a look at the 4 hour. Okay, on the 4 hour we got a little bit of more information. We've got this trend line here, and we've got this support there, which is now a strong support because of the two lines coming together there. So I flipped on the 4 hour, I flipped the swing high to the swing low. There's our 37% level, and just underneath that we got a, in this case it's going to act as resistance, but it used to be support here for the market. There it was resistance, 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 resistance. So this on the 4 hour, so right here would be a good spot to look for a sell again. This can be our first try for a sell, depending on what the candle info is like at this level. It might even have a bigger retrace and go to the 62%. So if there's no candle info at the 37, we'll look at the 62% and then try and sell it from there. Why we're going to try and sell it, although we got this big support here, is that if we can sell it here or even from here, we will have enough pips in our pocket to, when it gets to this support, even here too, that at this stage we can go to break even and see if it can maybe attack that line and go through. And the same here, if we're still in the trade, it gets here it cannot break through. We can get out and still close with a profit. So the higher it retraces, the better for us. But that will be the first time I will look at the opportunity to short it. And by the time it gets there, we might have a little 4-hour divergence on the chart already. When it gets here, we might have some up move here, and then another big break up, and then a down move. That will create a divergence, and we can sell the break there too. The original turn will be there. Little things like that we'll be watching to short it, but that's why we're not going to do anything on this pair. And a lot of other pairs we want the market to reset and see where we're going to. So let's look at the pound quickly. Alright, here we have the pound US dollar. Also not much. Looks basically the same as the euro. And again, we're right there at a big support on the weekly. Bearish engulfing candles always has a retracement in it, so we might just have a retracement up and then start attacking that line, or we might just move further up from here, because we originally had a breakout this which acted as resistance. Then we broke through there and started going up, so this might just be a retesting of this breakout line before we actually move higher. So there again, we got to zoom in and wait for opportunity. Right now we sort of call it a no trading zone. Let's just go to on the daily. There's not much to see. We at a daily little reversal candle there, not very convincing, and coming off this support over there, this line on a daily. You can see it better if you redraw it. It's actually there. You can see where the points touch. On a weekly, if you draw a line and you don't, the more you zoom in, the more you can see when it's not really drawn exactly on the right spot. And this looks much better. So from here we might move up all the way. We're still in this bullish channel by all means, and we just gotta wait and look for on the 4-hour for a trade. Alright, on the 4-hour on the pound US dollar, we have divergence on the 4-hour on the histogram. Look there, we got nice divergence there. Also here on the MACD we got slightly up move there, although the market was touching support here every time and basically still moving down. So I think what I might do is with the close and the break of a 4-hour trend line here, I will take a small long and see if we can stay on the long. It will not be a maybe just 1% risk or even less than that, to see if we can't make the trade stick. The only thing here is that we'll have a support resistance line right there which comes in the way. So a good long will be first to take out a close above both those lines. So we basically need a break of this trend line and a resistance line, and if we can get a close above there, might take a small long, and our first target will have to be over there, which is good enough of a risk reward we'll put on it. And our second target can be the swing high here again, and see, as always, the second target is an open target, but we'll just watch the market when it gets to that level. So I'll have a look, and maybe we'll even later today be in a long pound US dollar. So let's look at some other currency quick. Alright, we're looking at the weekly of a euro pound. In this case we haven't, oops, I just messed that one up, sorry about that guys, must correct that. Alright, sorry for moving the chart. As you can see on this, again a weekly, like the euro pound didn't quite reach that support line there. Now this on a weekly, so there is space, a little bit of space further down, and for a big support. It's got that 2 weekly, very much a low there and a low there and a low there, so there's some support but not as big as that one over there. So let's just look at the 4-hour. On the 4-hour on the euro pound, we have a resistance line there. We also got a 37% Fibonacci level there, and we've basically got a new low here against that low there. So we're busy moving up. We might get some resistance there and before start moving down again. If it does move down, I personally think this market will from there will go down and then turn around and maybe go a little bit further to 50, even 62% over time to form a new down channel, which then most probably will run from the top down there, something like this. We'll find a new channel like that. So it might turn here 37%, might even take a small short from there, or we'll wait for it to retrace a bit higher and get it from a higher FIB level, short the market again. Basically, we're still in the up channel, but we never know, and it might be that we're busy turning around. I'm also waiting for a retrace on the dollar Swissy. We've got a 37% FIB there. We have nice support there, which has become resistance, and also across there. So I'll watch it. This is on a 1 hour chart now, but we'll watch it when it on the 4 hour when it gets to that level, and maybe a better level which I would really like to buy again is at the 62% level. So I'm watching that currency also. Another one I'm watching is the Swiss yen, and right now it's also in consolidation. It might be consolidation that you had the move down. Now you get the consolidation before you get the next leg down again. So I'll be watching it. If I get a close below here, we will short it, and if I get a decent retracement, maybe up to 62, which is also some acted as resistance and support in the past, then that will be a good area to short again. So it's either short from there or a break below here to try a short. So I'm watching that one also. I'm also watching the Aussie US dollar. It's actually a pair I like to trade. There's nothing much we right against a resistance point here, which was created there in the past, and there has support and there has resistance. On the FIB we through with 37% already, but I would like to see a little bit more action here, maybe even go through here and get another turning point a bit higher up here to 62, even 75, and start going down from there and maybe make another sort of a double top and then come down, so we can get divergence here on the MACD, and then sell the break of a trend line we can draw in there with demand points and supply points, and then short it from there again. So anything like that, but I'm not going to just short this level unless I get good candle info. But so also I'm watching a couple of other pairs, but that's the sort of thing I'm watching, and we'll have to see what happens during the week. So I hope you enjoyed the video and learned something from it. Feedback is good. If anybody's got to give me some feedback, it would be great. Anything else you want in the videos, so let's see what this week might bring us. Thanks, guys. Here is the levels I want you to put in your chart. You can just pause the video, then copy the levels onto your chart, and then click play again. And as always at the end, here is a disclaimer I want you to read. The trades I post out there and the advice I give is purely for educational purposes, and that you know that it's not financial advice that I give out there. Thanks.